In 2007, Michael Bay introduced Transformers to the big screen, and he wowed fans and non-fans alike with his captivating visuals, incredible action sequences, and killer on-screen explosions. And I still remember the 11-year-old me having one of the best times I've ever had at the movie theater. If I could count on my hand, there's only 2 other times that an experience at the movie theaters has come close to this one. And that was the first Avengers movie and Avengers Endgame. But just like all things in life, they must eventually come to an end. And throughout the years, Michael Bay's franchise just overall fell apart. But before I get into that, guys, if you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell up top so you get notified of the latest and greatest video. Now, Michael Bay's franchise fell apart for a lot of different reasons, but the first and most important one, in my opinion, is the storytelling and overall writing of the movies. In my opinion, the Transformers movies fall under the same genre as Godzilla. We are mainly going to this movie to see giant robots fight each other, and many people aren't going in search of a captivating story. And I feel as if Michael Bay's directing and his writing team took this too literally. Let me explain. If this movie was a cake, the main cake of the movie would be the robot fight scene. And Michael Bay's team blew this absolutely out of the water. But the icing, or what keeps people coming back, is the storyline. Transformers books and novels are filled with captivating storylines. Tales of fallen heroes, corrupted governments, captivating demigods, and power struggles. And the struggles of heroes just trying to do right with the power that they're given. But on the surface, it just looks like robots shooting at each other and blowing each other up. Michael Bay's team just took this franchise and completely stripped it down to its bare bones. And the first movie's success was partially due to the fact that we had never seen something like this on the big screen before. So once the new car smell, so to speak, had worn off of the Transformers, no pun intended, the fans were just left with a big dumb action movie. And because they didn't establish a congruent storyline off the bat, the later movies suffered as a result. From conflicting lore to meaningless characters, and to just introducing us to storylines that just flat out didn't make sense. And I really began to notice this as I went back to rewatch these movies as a 27-year-old man. When you compare this Transformers project to others like Transformers 1 and Transformers Prime, it really shows that this team was really just focused on action sequences and product placements. And even the first Transformers movie, which is arguably considered the best one, had one of the biggest plot holes that you can drive a semi-truck through. You remember when Optimus told Sam that if he couldn't defeat Megatron to shove the cube into his chest? Let's say Sam actually did that. He does know that the Decepticons are still there. Like, they're still on planet Earth. And with Optimus now dead and Megatron just roaming around, and him being the biggest bad Decepticon that none of the other Autobots can defeat, what was stopping him from just enslaving all of humanity? Not to mention that Michael Bay's franchise was entirely too focused around human characters. I understand that Earth and Cybertron are linked, but when you make every main character or human character that comes in contact with the Autobots a chosen one, or make it so that their backgrounds are somehow linked, it feels forced and somehow watered down. One of the other main issues with his script is the meaningless deaths of the Autobots and the Decepticons, especially when it came to Megatron.
Besides, who would you be without me, Prime? Time to find out.
When you kill off a character in every single movie just to bring them back in a later movie, their deaths become meaningless. And this is mainly because I feel like he ran out of things for Megatron's character to do. Because in the Michael Bay verse, Megatron's character didn't have any depth or any meaning. He was just a violent brute bent on destroying the Autobots with no type of depth to his character. Michael Bay's franchise had the potential to go on an epic run and end on a high note, but they suffer from the same thing that the Avengers and Marvel movies are suffering from now. And that is when they had a huge victory with the first movie. They took the fun aspect and nuances of the first movie and amped it up to the max. And they amped it up so much to the point where the future projects became unwatchable, just pretty much giving us 1 to 2 hours of explosions and CGI fight scenes. But hey, look, y'all, I gotta get out of here, but thank y'all so much for sticking with me thus far. But let me know your opinion in the comment section. Do you believe that the Bay franchise was a success overall, or do you believe that it was ultimately a failure? Until next time, my fellow Cybertronians, peace.